Look at your neighbor and say, don't help God. I want you to say it with authority. Say, don't help God. That is our biggest problem in life, that there's those of us who are around when the Lord doesn't move as quickly as we would like for him to move, we decide that we're going to help him. When God says be still, he means be still. When God says shut up, he means shut up. When God says don't move, he means don't move. When God says I'm going to work it out, that means he's going to work it out. When God says I'm going to fix it, can I preach a little while? That means he's going to fix it. So if God says shut up, be quiet, don't move, I'm going to fix it, that means that you need to stay where you are and stop making telephone calls and trying to get the hookup. If God says he's going to work it out, he is going to. How many of you here know that if God speaks it, he's going to bring it to pass? Whatever God says, he's going to bring it to pass. Now, David is upset simply because the Ark of the Covenant had shifted. Well, there was a reason for the Ark of the Covenant shifting. The Ark of the Covenant shifted simply because it was laying on a board, being pulled by ox. That was never God's plan. The Ark of the Covenant was never supposed to be on a board. It was supposed to be resting on the shoulders of the priests. That the government and the anointing of God was to be resting on the shoulders of the priests. Can I preach in here? But you know what they did? They listened to some people talking, and it was no longer fashionable to be walking around showing your divinity. So they took it off their shoulders and they put it on the board. And God never wants the church to be ran by a board. He wants the church to be run by the anointing of God. I know you got some ideas. I know you have some input, but don't forget, God has anointed the priest of the house with the vision. He didn't give the vision to 10, 15, 20 people. He gave it to one person. He told that person, take the vision and write the vision and make it plain and write it on the tablets of your heart so that when folks see it, they will run. If you hear what I'm saying, you're going to get to running. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. And I come to tell you that there's a bunch of you in here that's about to dance in the second half of your life. You don't see what I see, but I see what I see, and I know what I see. And if you're steadfast and unmovable, abounding in the work of the Lord, you're going to find out that this battle is not yours, but it is the Lord. And right now there are angels working on your behalf to bring you out. Yes, sir, to bring you out. And so David, glory be to God, is not dancing because he's happy. He's not dancing because he's happy, and he's showing dancing because he's free. He's dancing now, glory be to God, because he was oppressed. He became oppressed. He was upset with God. How many of you in this room have ever been upset with God? I have been upset with God before. I tell you, it's a retarded thing to do. It's nonsense. It's crazy because it don't change what he feels about what he's going to do. Everything that he said he's going to do, he's already done it. And he's working on bringing you out. So you being upset with him don't mean nothing to God. It's like a pigeon flying over an ocean and saying, I'm going to empty the ocean out with a beak. Your little being mad at God amounts to just a bead of water. But when you obey God, it shifts and it turns things in your favor. Touch three people and say, in your favor. David finds out that at Obadiah's house, the miracle of the Lord is breaking out because the glory of God is there. And wherever the glory of God is, there's going to be tremendous breakthroughs. I'm going to say that again. Wherever the glory of God is, there's going to be tremendous breakthroughs. I'm going to say it again. Wherever the glory of God. See, the reason why you're not having breakthrough is simply because there's no glory where you are. But if you get into the glory of God, you're going to see tremendous breakthroughs. Breakthroughs are going to happen in your life when you get into the glory. And you ain't got to shuck, you ain't got to drive, you ain't got to jive, you ain't got to do nothing special. All you got to do is stand in the glory. And when the anointing starts falling, it's going to drip all over you. And everything you touch is going to be blessed because you was in the anointing. When you come out of the anointing, everything around you is going to be anointed. In fact, many of you are going home today anointed. And some hell that you've been having in your house is going to shift the minute you get in there. Because you ain't going in there with the ark of the Lord on a board. You're going in there with the glory on your shoulder.